everybody, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thanks for coming, thanks for watching. Today we are going to do things a little bit differently. So I'm going to take you around with me. We're going to figure out what I'm going to be reading for October. I also do have a mini book haul from some of the books that we ended up buying yesterday at Powell's. So it's really going to be more of a vlog, October TBR slash book haul and other random things. So hopefully you're excited for this. So there's a couple of things I want to keep in mind with planning my October hopefuls. The first is that I did have a Latinx Hispanic Heritage Month TBR that I'm still trying to finish. That ends October 15th. So then theoretically I have from October 15th until the 31st to go ahead and consume more books. That also excludes any books that come in through Libby that I just get really excited about. I have no control when those books come in, so I usually end up having random miscellaneous books that I listen to because that's how the dice rolls. That's how the dice rolls. So another thing is that I will actually be visiting my family halfway through October. So a lot of people in my family are October babies. My birthday is on October 12th, and I will be spending it here with Ben. But then my mom's birthday is on the 18th. My brother's birthday is on the 25th, and then my other brother's birthday is on November 17th. So I'm thinking about spending a month down in Southern California with them. My little brother is actually currently applying to university, so I feel like it would be also a great time to be down there and support him. I was a first gen student in my family, and dealing with FAFSA and with university applications was challenging, and I didn't really have anyone to talk me through it or to even use as a soundboard. So I want to be there for him, and we can talk about his applications and what schools he wants to go to. Really exciting time in his life. So I definitely want to be there for that, and I want to be there for my older brother's birthday. So I feel like it'd be a good time to spend time with my family. That being said, realistically, I want to take like 10 to 12 books because I am a mood reader, but I'm flying there and I don't think I'll be able, I'm not going to have an entire suitcase full of books even though I want to. So I think I'll heavily rely on my Kindle for that. So I guess let's start off with the books that were already on my TBR that I want to actually finish. The first one of those is The Black Cathedral by Marcial Gala. This one is one that I already started. I think I'm like 20 pages in. I'm really loving the writing style and the way that it's broken up. It's really interesting because it doesn't really have chapters. It kind of just switches from paragraph to paragraph. So every single paragraph sort of switches narratives and perspectives of this entire town. So it's really interesting because I haven't read a book like this. Sorry, I just got up to grab it because I do have it here. So here it is, beautiful cover. It's under 200 pages, I think. So I think I can definitely finish. I lied, I'm 15 pages in, or 16, I guess technically. So I want to finish it. The writing is really intriguing so far. The concept is really intriguing. And I also like the format that it's written in. It's very creative. So definitely want to finish this one. So I will continue this one on in October. Another book that was on my Latinx Hispanic Heritage Month that I really also want to finish or at least start is The Lost Children Archive by Valeria Luiselli. This is a fiction book, and I did read a non-fiction book by her last month. Absolutely loved it. I love her writing. It's so engaging, and I just really love the way that she constructs narrative. So I'm really excited to see what she does in fiction form. So this is one that I don't know if I can finish it in 15 days, to be honest, and it's already October 3rd today, so we'll see. I'll try to finish it. If not, that'll be one that I'll be taking with me to Southern California. Now I'll talk about this a little bit later because I will be talking about this in my book haul, but one that I actually already started yesterday because I bought it yesterday was Mapping the Interior by Stephen Graham Jones. This is a horror novella, and I'm really feeling like during October and the fall in general, I really like to read like slow-paced, character-driven books, and specifically with horror. I like to read horror that is very slow paced but also very like haunting and very like reflective and representative of the human condition. So this is one that I started, and I'll give a little bit more of my thoughts later during the book haul portion. But yeah, I think I can finish this today actually. It's only 100 pages and I'm about 50 pages in. What I want to do right now is take a look at Libby to see which hole came in and sort of go from there. So I'll do a screen record so you can see side by side. I actually just got The House Guest by Amparo Davila, then The Murders of Molly Southbourne by Tate Thompson, Thompson. This is a horror novella, I believe, and I've been wanting to read something by Tate Thompson for a very long time, so I actually think I'm going to go ahead and borrow that one and read it. It is a novella, so it's pretty short. I think that I can go ahead and finish it by the end of the month. Another one that I really wanted to go ahead and read was El Túnel, and this is by Ernesto Sabato. I believe this is also part of the horror or thriller genre, but please correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's also a classic from the country that it's from, so I definitely want to go ahead and finish that and, well, start it because I haven't started it, and it's only 4 hours long, so that's actually something that I can finish this weekend, hopefully. And then I also got The Lost Village by Camilla Sten, which is also another horror book that I've been really wanting to read. That one I will read. A couple of months ago, I ended up reading Riot Baby, but I listened to it in audiobook format and thought that Riot Baby was so inventive and so captivating, but the time jumps really didn't work for me in audiobook form, so I wanted to give it another chance reading it on the Kindle. That way I can see the breaks on the page because that helps me. I don't know if I'll be able to fit it in this month, but I will try. It's one that I can take with me because I can just take it on my Kindle, so hopefully, you know, it'll work out. Other than that, I really want to rely on books that I already sort of have on my Kindle. Let's see, I'm actually currently reading Under Lock and Skeleton Key by Gigi Pandian. This is an arc that I got from NetGalley, and it is a mystery, so another one that is a priority for me. And then from there, to be honest, I really don't know what I want to read, so let's just go ahead and walk around. I just dropped something. Oops. So this is generally how I plan my TBRs. So I just look at my previous month's TBR, see if there's anything that I didn't finish that I want to continue and feel like I will really enjoy it the next month. And then I look through my Libby hold on my Kindle. So now let's just go ahead and walk around and look at some books. See if any spooky ones jump out at me. I might actually end up picking up a sci-fi, possibly Cibola Burn, just because I do want to read the Expanse series by the end of the month. And the Expanse series, believe it or not, has a dash of horror elements in there. So I do think it's very appropriate for this time of year. So yeah, let's just walk around, see what we got going on. I know the lighting kind of sucks, but let's start off here. So I think I really want to get to Legendborn this month, or at least start it. So this is on my October hopefuls. It's one that I'm going to include in case I do feel like reading a YA fantasy. I feel like that would be a really good one. So again, generally speaking, there's nothing that really stands out. I mean, I do eventually want to read all of these books, but not at this time. But here are more options. We shall see. We shall see. Okay, so the shelves that I really wanted to look at were here because these are horror. Then I have some magical realism here, and then fantasy, and then sci-fi books there. They're a mess, as you can tell. If I do pick up a mystery, the one that I will be picking up will be The Likeness by Tana French, because I read In the Woods earlier this year. Freaking loved it. I want to read more by Tana French. I've heard good things, I think, about The Whisper Man, so maybe this one by Alex North. But also I've been wanting to read Behind Her Eyes by Sarah Penborough. So Sarah from Sarah Reed said that this is her favorite thriller, so I want to check it out and see if I love it. By the way, I'm thinking of ending things so good. And I might also think about adding Winter Count. I know there's already so many books on this October TBR or October hopefuls. I'm a mood reader and I have to embrace that, so I'd rather give myself more options rather than less options, especially if I'm thinking of going to visit my mom and I need to bring books with me. So one book that I am thinking of potentially taking with me is It. As you can see, I'm almost done with it, but it is a pretty heavy book. I guess I could bring like 3 or 4 books instead of this one. I don't know if I will finish this in October, but I am going to try to read more of it in October. I want to get this done by the end of November. So the other book that I was talking about that I might take is Black Sci-Fi Short Stories. It's a gothic fantasy bind-up. So it's a bind-up of Black sci-fi short stories, and I just think it's perfect for October. And also, like, what a perfect way to read at my family's home than to just read in short story, than to just go ahead and pick up short stories, because I'm sure that while I'm there, I'm going to be spending a lot of time with my brothers and with my mom. And so to just be able to sit down and read a short story here and there would be perfect. So those were all of the books that I could potentially read in October. I am set to fly out of here on the 16th. I'm really excited about my October plan. Hey, so I'm listening to an audiobook right now. I usually like to listen to audiobooks while I go ahead and do some cleaning, some tidying up. It's the best time for me to go ahead and listen to books. So I'm actually currently listening to Lobisona, which is a YA fantasy. I'm about 80% through and I really hope to finish it today. So we're just gonna do some cleaning, but I wanted to show you something. So recently I won this like Kahoot game at work, and so they send out prizes for the winners, and they have these options for like little prizes that you can go ahead and select. And so my approach to that is like, I'm going to choose something that I would normally not buy with my own money, and I just found this to be super interesting, so I'm gonna try it out. But this is the original light bowl, and I think you like put it in your toilet so that it lights up. And it's so interesting because it says no more blinding midnight lights, stumbling in the dark, missing and making a mess, falling into open toilets. Like, who falls into open toilets? I don't know, maybe it's like a kid hack thing. So I'm gonna try it out today and see how it works. And maybe I'll show you. I think it's kind of gross to show you our toilet. That's kind of weird. Maybe I will, maybe I won't, but I'll let you know how it works out and if it works. So we have a new kitten in the house, and she plays with everything, and she likes to dig her claws into our jackets and she tears them up, and it's kind of horrible. So we try not to leave our shirts or our like jackets laying around anymore because she'll just tear right into them. So yesterday Ben and I ended up going to Powell's and we did end up getting some books. We didn't get a lot. I only got a total of 4 books, so I just wanted to sit down and go ahead and share them with you because I'm really excited. I actually already started one of them last night. I was just really excited to get into it. The cover was stunning. I might actually be inspired to recreate a makeup look based on this cover because it's just so beautiful. We'll see if that happens. But that is Mapping the Interior by Stephen Graham Jones. I do believe he just came out with a newer book. My Heart is a Chainsaw, I believe. That's the newest one that he came out with. I ended up going with one of his novels. I'm not sure if I was ready to dive into one of his full-size novels. Lately, I have been enjoying short stories and novellas, and that's kind of the format that I'm drawn to. So I did pick this one up. Haven't really heard many people talking about it, but then again, I am slowly dipping my feet into horror. So far, this one has been really intriguing. As you can see, like I said, I already started it. I started tabbing it up, and I'm about halfway through. It's only 100 pages, so I should be able... Oh, by the way, speaking of the kitty, here she is. She's a pain. Hi, say hi. I do have to say that I struggled a little bit getting into it because his form of writing is very casual, and that's something that I'm not used to. It almost feels like someone is writing in their journal to themselves, trying to tell a story. And I think about the times where I write in my journal, it's super casual because I don't expect anybody else to read it. It's also very intimate and full of some stuff that I wouldn't normally share, which is what I really like about this. It feels very intimate. There's one particular scene in here that just left me horrified. So it did take me a little bit to get into. I had to get used to his writing style, but now that I am used to it, I'm really enjoying it actually, and I can't wait to see where it goes. Staying within the horror genre, I also ended up picking up a graphic novel. It's actually been quite some time since I've picked up a graphic novel. The last time I picked one up was when I read Persepolis way back in high school. It's one that I really want to reread, and in general I just want to pick up more graphic novels. I ended up buying Censor by Junji Ito. I really wanted to pick up Tommy, I believe is what it's called, and Izumaki, but they weren't available at Powell's when I went. This is one of the ones that were available, so I thought, hey, might as well jump right in. And I can't wait to read this. I think this is going to be perfect for spooky season. The next book that I actually ended up picking up from Powell's is actually another graphic novel, and it's another one that I'm also really excited about. So I did hear someone talking about this on YouTube. I ended up seeing this book at Powell's, and it was also one of their staff recommended books, and I just thought, this is very timely, and I want to read more graphic novels, so let me go ahead and just get it. And this is Seek You, A Journey Through American Loneliness by Kirsten Radke, and it's basically talking about loneliness, this silent epidemic that we all live with, and I don't think I've read anything that really delves into that, so I'm just really excited to dive right in. If you do read a lot of graphic novels, please let me know down below some of your favorites. I would love to pick up more graphic novels. They don't have to be in any particular genre. I'm sorry if you can hear my kitten purring. She's just sitting right here and she doesn't want to move.
Sigo cruzando ríos, un